Hi my beautiful YouTube family, once again welcome back. So in this video I'm about to show you guys how to set up a Lasko fan, okay? This fan is actually 18-inch and this is the box that it comes in. I actually got two fans, but in this clip I'm only going to show you how I set up this one. Setting up fans sometimes may be a little difficult if you don't know how to do it offhand. But this was indeed straightforward and simple, okay? So I'm just going to give you some tips so you really don't have to use the sheet that it comes with. You can just watch this simple routine that I'm doing for you guys to set it up. So that's the fan blade. You know the blade is what you use for the fan to spin. That's a circle thing to hold the back portion of the fan in place. This is supposed to be the instruction manual. I didn't really need that because I would have set up a fan before. That is the back portion, and the round piece I showed you first is what you use to hold that in place. So here we go with the other pieces. That is the front portion to clamp on to make your fan look nice and secure. Yeah, so I needed to get me a couple other fans. You know, summer is coming in. You don't always want to use your air condition. You want to use something that is low power, basically power friendly cost wise. So yeah. So this is the stick that is basically what is used to go between the bottom and to hold the head. This is another manual. I didn't really need the manual because, like I said, I would have set up this fan previously, one of my other fans, and for some reason I really don't like, this is the white, that's the head. I really don't like white fans at all. They get dirty too fast, and that is the bottom. To me, I like dark things mostly. That is the little screw and ball that we screw. And the piece that I'm holding is actually the footer. That's the big heavy thing that holds the fan to the ground. And yep, that's it right there. So yes guys, come along if you never set up a Lasko fan. I hope this video do serve you justice. That's the leg. So what I'm doing now is hooking up the leg inside of the base panel. Y'all gotta excuse me in this video. This video isn't doing Sister Girl any justice, but anyways, I really wanted to do another how-to video for you guys. So I hope this helped you, because I know some person literally do struggles. As you can see, that is me playing like I'm not certain as to what I'm doing. Yes, but that's the bottom piece, and I'm taking that and I'm pushing that stick inside of the base of the fan. Okay, so I did that and I didn't show you guys, so I'm showing you now. So this is the base, and I take that same stick portion and I'm pushing it in. Mind you, how the fan is set up, when you push that in, it is basically secured. You can just spin it in a little motion to make sure that it's tight. Now if you see that little lever right, that's the top, but the little lever, a little circle motion thing, that is what you turn. That right there, you turn that if you want to adjust. You see that? If you want to adjust the fan, you want your fan to be taller or you want it to be low. As for me, this fan is for my living room, even though I have a ceiling fan, so I wanted it to be a little taller. So that's why I adjusted, and this is me showing you guys the top portion of that. Okay, because I want y'all to see this method step by step. Yes, so this is the head, and they basically kind of like just test the head to make sure the fan was working. However, fan could be working right then and then, it could go bad later, but anyhow, they test it. So I know that it should be working. And this head, you're gonna take the head and you're gonna place it right on that iron top there. It's heavy, and you're gonna be wondering like how. It has some prong piece in there that holds it steady. So this is me trying to wind it because there is like a screw on the inside of it. So I had to make sure, just take my time and glide it. it was giving me a little difficulty right there, because I'm saying this should just clamp on easily. So I'm just looking on the inside to see exactly how and where that screw is, so I can know how to position it. So now we're going back in and we're just making sure that the head is straight. The thing about it is you gotta apply pressure when you're putting the head on so that it can actually clamp in properly. So this is me going back, and this is me taking my time trying to spin it so I can be able to get that to clamp properly. Okay, as you can see, it's now in position. So I'm turning it until I can't turn any longer. Right, and that's settled there. And this is me adjusting my phone again so I can be able to show you guys the top panel. I have to adjust it some more because I really want y'all to see this. Okay, so that's the top portion of the fan. So y'all literally already saw the base portion, and the fan is almost basically done. It's almost there. Yeah, almost there. So we just gotta put the frame on it and the propeller, if that's what you call it. So let's do this. Just adjusting my fan so y'all can see. I mean, not my fan, adjusting the camera. And the other cord that are basically sealed and secured in a plastic bag, so I guess it don't get ruined or tampered with. Yeah, so I'm just trying to unwind it, so when I'm done I'll be able to show you guys how the fan is working. Okay, so again, if you came this far in the video and you realize that this video is basically helpful for you, or you like the contents that I'm bringing out to you, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So this is a female version of how to connect your Lasko 18-inch fan. You're gonna make sure screw that bottom and make sure the fan is secure. I just drop it down a little bit lower just so that this fan can actually be in the full video, so y'all can see everything properly. And this is the back portion. You have to put this piece on before any other piece after you already have on the head. So we're going to adjust this. As you can see, you have to make sure that little smiley piece is sitting with the top portion, and that's setting there. So now the little round piece that what looks like a ring, we're gonna put that there so it can secure the back portion of the fan. Make sure that it stays in place and it holds properly. You screw it until it is tight. Once you know it is tight, this is me unwinding it, but I'm turning it back now. Once it is tight and it can't turn anymore, then you know it is secured. So this is secured. Sister Girl doing a little smile for you guys. I hope y'all are enjoying this clip. And this is the propellers, what I'm calling, but this is what actually gives breeze. So we're going to take that and we're going to push that on to the iron portion of this. That's where that go. Now this little portion here, this is what we're going to use, and we got to make sure that this is screwed on properly and it is nicely secured so that the fan blade that I was calling the propellers, don't fly off, because you don't want that. You don't want to cause some type of frantic scare in your house when that is spinning, because mind you, these fan goes with force. It has about 3 speed, 1, 2, and 3. As you can see, this is sealed. Sister Girl is standing up because I have to make sure that this is literally tightened. Everything is secured properly before I even decide to put on the front portion. So when I plug this into the socket, we don't have no disasters. So this is Sister Girl making sure that is properly secured. Who don't like a fan in their house? Sometimes you don't want the air conditioner on. The AC sometimes be very, very cold and you don't want to use it all the time. And like I say, having a fan in your house is basically low cost. Say it's cost efficient with your electricity bill. As for me, like I say, saves you on your electricity bill. Not all the time you want to use those heavy generated a air condition or those ductless, but ductless are kind of cost efficient too, but mind you, they're very cold, whereas the fan is cool. And this is me trying to clamp on the head. Putting this head on was basically difficult, kind of difficult, because it's not like you can just rest the clamps in. It's like you have to push these underneath some clamps that they have there, and you gotta make sure it's sealed. Seeing that this is a brand new fan, you have to make sure everything is angled and it's not going to go in easy straight off the top. So you have to take your time, and this is me trying to get this secure in there. It was giving me a little fuss, but sister girl had to do her thing to make sure she get this in. So this fan, this front portion had me sitting down, standing up, doing everything just to get this connected. So like I said, you have to make sure that the head is pushed underneath the clips that they have. In previous Lasko fans, they normally had them where you could just rest the header in on top of the clips and just press it down. But with this version, you have to push the heads underneath and try to get it to clamp in, and you have to make sure that it is sealed, because if it's not sealed, then the fan is going to drop. The head is going to drop right off. And that would happen to me. The head just literally dropped right off. And I had to take my time and push it back in. And good thing the Lasko logo in the front, that fell off. And good thing they didn't glue it in. So it saved me from having to say have a fan that is not properly presentable. Because if it was glued in, if the Lasko logo was glued in, and that how it falls out, I wouldn't have been able to place that back in there and have that look nice and neat. No. So I'm happy how they make it, whereas even if it drops out, you can just push it back in. And this is me trying my best to struggle to get this in, but eventually I got it. I got it in. I got the head in. It is basically a little tedious. Like I told y'all, this had me standing up, sitting down, just to get this head secured. Mind you, I did say this even dropped it all. The logo falls out and I had to push it back in. But I got it. I got it. So, yeah, it took me a while just to seal this. And this piece here is kind of like the hardest portion, I would say. Because you literally have to get that front portion clamped up in there. You know? I tell y'all, this had me standing up, sitting down, standing up, sitting down, just trying to get this secured. Sister girl take her time. You know, sister girl had to do it herself. You know, sometimes you have manpower, sometimes you don't have the manpower. Sometimes you gotta use your superwoman powers inside of you and get these things done. Okay, so for persons that are finding it hard or struggle to set up your Lasko fan, I hope this video did help you guys in your setup version, instead of having to look to see which goes where, how to adjust the fan, how to put on the head, how to screw it on. This video to me is basically straightforward, and it literally will help you. Okay, so if you purchase a Lasko fan and you're not certain how this goes or where this goes or where the next goes, just make sure that when you purchase it, everything is included. Every piece that I showed you guys from top to bottom, make sure that that is literally in there. Because if you don't have one piece, which is the securing portions, you're not gonna be able to get your fan to work, because you need those screw-in portion. Make sure that you get everything in your box. If you don't, return it back to the store that you purchased it from, so that they know you didn't get it. Or in some instances, check your box before you leave the store, so make sure all the pieces are in it, because sometimes when you take these things out of the store, they find it hard to believe that there is a piece missing. Like I told you guys, they would have tested this fan for me. Just plug it in. They just plugged in the plug and make sure that the head spin without setting up anything. So yeah, This is just the girl trying to clump the front portion of this. Like I told y'all, this piece here was tedious because as y'all can see, it's not like you can just press it on to clump it. It's like you have to push this up underneath. How many times y'all saw me standing up, sitting down, standing up, sitting down, standing up, sitting down just to get this in there. Sister girl is trying her best to clump this fan together. So make sure that this is literally secured. And this is me again, sitting down, trying to get this sealed and secured. Like I say, if this video was helpful to you and you wish to see more contents from me, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscription button. Now, I must tell you guys that my channel is a channel that is mixed with everything. You're going to see food content. You're going to see mini vlogs. You're going to see travel vlogs. You're going to see me doing some setup videos and so forth, okay? So this is just a little black girl straight out of 242. That's the area code. The area which is called the Bahamas. And Texas girl is about to show y'all that the fan is working. So I'm trying to plug it in. Check it out. So now we know that this fan is working. And that all of the math that I did worked properly. And she is blowing. She is blowing. So I did this video from start to finish. And I even showed you guys that the fan is literally working and it spins. So yeah. So basically this is the end of my video. Fan is working. The setup went well. It took a little while for me just to get it, get that head secured properly. But this is the final work, the end result. Okay, big up to the Lasko crew, big up to the Lasko family. I must say,